Hello and welcome to Native Yoga Center. My name is Todd McLaughlin, and I'm here teaching a series of breathing exercises. And this happens to be the fifth exercise in the Ashtanga Yoga Pranayama method. And so here we have the breath exercise called Bhedana. And Bhedana is the word that means it can be translated as to pierce. And so we're going to do what's called Surya Bhedana and Chandra Bhedana. So Surya, sun piercing. So in Kundalini and within the realm of Kundalini Tantra and or Shaiva Tantra, which is where a lot of our Hatha Yoga practices have evolved from, we have this idea of a central channel, Sushumna, and then we have the Ida and the Pingala, the right channel, which is the solar channel, and the left nostril, the moon channel or the lunar channel. And so we're going to be doing an alternate breathing technique. If you check out my video in the Ashtanga Pranayama playlist that I've created, there's one called the Nadi Shodhana referencing nerve cleansing. And that is one that we use this alternate breathing technique. So we're going to be using the same hand position that we utilize when practicing alternate nostril breathing. And the classic gesture mudra that you'll use with your hand is to have your index and middle finger tucked down, and you'll be using your thumb to close off the right nostril, and you'll be using the kind of inside pad of your ring finger to close off the left nostril. You have a section of bone that comes down and joins in a cartilage on your nose, and it's right at that junction point that you'll be able to pinch or close the airway off with. What's going to happen here is because I'm breaking the 6 pranayams into 6 individual lessons for you, we'll use the 3 Ujjayi breaths, the breathing with sound breaths, which means you're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, through the throat with a little bit of constriction to make sound. We'll do 3 of those to warm up. Then we're going to jump right into the Bhedana exercise, in which case I'm just giving you a little chapter breakdown of what's about to happen. However, I will instruct you breath by breath and right and left, and I'm going to tell you everything to do while we're doing it. But just so you know what we're about ready to do, then we're going to breathe in through both nostrils. We're going to close the right. We're going to breathe out of the left. And then we're ready to go. So we're going to start off with the right channel, the solar channel, the Surya Bhedana. So then we're going to inhale through the right, slow, long inhale. Here's where we take longer breath holds. So my goal with explaining this, because I want to keep you safe and sound and also inspired to practice pranayama, I'm going to make the breath hold very short, but it might feel long to you. I'm going to make the breath a 20-second hold. When I practiced with my teacher, Tim Miller, when I learned it from Tim Miller, we would hold these between 45 seconds to 60 seconds. And that's difficult. And I don't want you to try to do it that difficult in the beginning. I'd prefer you to, maybe my 20-second timing needs to be shortened for you in half to like a 10-second hold. For the purposes of this demonstration, if you're practicing alongside with me, then if you get to the point where you're holding your breath and you feel like you're going to explode or you just can't take it anymore, simply release and breathe. So very simple. Don't torture yourself. Make it easy in the beginning. But to set the baseline, I'm going to start off with a 20-second hold. I'll be counting silently to myself. I might on the first one count out loud, but don't worry, I'm paying attention when I'm holding here and we're silent. I'm counting and keeping rhythm for you. So I promise you, I am not trying to go longer than 20 and torture you or make it difficult for you. I'm trying to hold it steady for you. All right, so then we're going to do that 3 times where we inhale through the right. We're going to hold for 20 seconds. We're going to breathe out of the left. We're going to close the left. We're going to breathe in through the right. We're going to hold it for 20 seconds. We're going to breathe out of the left. So you'll notice you're going up through the solar channel. We're going to hold up in there 20 seconds. So we're going to breathe out through the moon channel. After you do that 3 times, we're then going to breathe in through the moon channel, the left nostril. We're going to hold it for 20 seconds. We're going to breathe out of the solar channel, the right side. And then we'll do it again. We're going to breathe in through the left. We're going to hold it for 20. We're going to breathe out through the right. And then we'll do it a third time. We're going to breathe in through the left. We're going to hold it. We're going to breathe out through the right. To finish, we're going to breathe in through the right without holding. We're going to breathe out through the left. So there's a very specific pattern I'm following. I'm just not willy-nilly making it up as I go. I'm following a very clear path. And then from there, we'll conclude with 3 regular Ujjayi breaths. So we'll be breathing in through the nose for about 6 to 8 seconds and breathing out through the nose with no holding, no retention. And that'll conclude the practice. All right, and then just a couple of little tidbits of information. One of the ideas is that if you need energy, breathing in through the right channel, through the solar channel, can increase energy. If you need to calm down and relax your nerves, then breathing in and holding through the left, through the lunar channel, can actually produce a calming effect. So what we're going to be doing is 3 solar breaths and 3 moon breaths. So we'll be balancing, part of the idea here is we're going to be balancing the nervous system so that we can work both the excitation and the relaxation and hopefully find a nice sattvic, even, balanced position. All right. I feel like there is so much that I can talk about that I don't want to burden and overwhelm you with information, but I did give a lot of the technique that's essential to what to do with bandha control while holding in some of the previous videos. So if you go back and watch the whole sequence, you'll land here at number 5. And so, all right, and the next week I'll teach number 6, Shatoli, and then on the final week I'll put all of the pranayams together into one routine. All in a very easy, beginner-friendly fashion, because trust me, this can be made incredibly difficult. That is not my goal. I'm not trying to overwhelm you. I want to inspire you. All right, let's begin. Come into your comfortable seated position. Start off either in a chair or seated on a mat on the floor like so. You can put a little cushion under your hips if you like, and you can take any manner of comfortable cross leg shape, lotus if you enjoy, or seated in a chair with your hands can rest on your knees. Exhale all of your air. Let's begin. Inhale through your nose, both nostrils, and exhale out of both nostrils. That's 1. Breathe in through both nostrils. Exhale, breathe out of both nostrils. Good. 1 more, inhale. And an exhale. Good. Now prepare your right hand for doing the alternate nostril closing or opening. Okay, you're going to breathe in through both nostrils. Let's begin. Okay, now block the right and breathe out of the left. Good. Block the left, breathe in through the right. Close both and hold for 20 seconds. Breathe out of the left. That was 1 pass. Okay, block the left, breathe in through the right. Close both, hold for 20. Breathe out of the left. Breathe in through the right. and hold for 20. Pinch both nostrils. Breathe out of the left. So we completed the 3 solar breaths. Now we're going to switch to the left channel, the lunar channel. Okay, breathe in through the left. Pinch and hold 20. Breathe out of the right. Good. Block the right. Breathe in left. Pinch and hold 20. Breathe out of the right. Good. Last one. Breathe in through the left. Block the right. Close both. Breathe out of the right. Good. And to close it off, we're going to go inhale right. Then you block the right. Breathe out of your left. Good. Relax your arms. 3 ujjayi. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Big breath in. Exhale. Good. All right. And that is the complete Bhedana Pranayama practice. And I made it, I think, short holds, but if you're not used to practicing holding your breath, that might have been very difficult for you. So don't worry. What we could do is breathe in through the right, hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe out of the left. And you just change the ratio of the timing pattern to suit right where your edge is. What you start experimenting with is when I breathe in and then I hold my breath, how long can I hold it comfortably? And where is that moment where I just start to go, uh-oh, how much longer? And when you find that spot where it starts to get a little uncomfortable, then just go ahead and breathe out. And then when you know where that rhythm, that timing is, because maybe you count internally while you're doing that, then when you do the next breath, try to do it for that same amount of time. Every day can be a little different. You might have some days where you start to go for 20-second holds and 5 is your absolute edge. And then you might have some days where you're holding for 20. And now what can start to happen is you feel like you can hold it longer. and longer and longer. But this is where it's important to practice pranayama with somebody, because we want to, or pick the time period that you're going to go for and then hold yourself to that time duration. That way, that's kind of like going scuba diving with a buddy. You want to make sure you have a safety valve. Now, the cool thing about when we're practicing these exercises, we are above ground. So if you were to black out, which is very unlikely, at least your body, you'd pass out and your body would automatically, you'd breathe and you're safe and you'd come back to. But I've never had that happen personally, because usually what happens is it's so uncomfortable, you just breathe. So I highly doubt. But if you're of the nature that's so type A that you have a hard time regulating your ability to control yourself, and you have to push into the realm of impossibility every single time, everything you do, I'd recommend I suggest don't do that, and start off with more chill style pranayama practice. This stuff is powerful. So treat it like it's like fire. You can cook with fire, you can heat with fire, you can also burn yourself with fire. So treat it with respect, like it would be if you're holding a candle, or, be careful. All right, so if you have any questions, send me a note. Let me know your thoughts, concerns, what's happening for you in your practice. I'll return next Thursday with the Shatoli practice, which is the cooling breath. And then we'll have our 6 pranayamas in place, in which case we can continue to build this pranayama practice. Pranayama is one of my most favorite parts of the yoga practice. It's the 4th limb within the Ashtanga path. We have our, yama, niyama, asana, and pranayama. So the 4th limb is pranayama. So here we eliminate all of the exotic yoga positioning. We bring it into a harmonious or evenly balanced pose, such as sitting meditation pose, and we harness all of our energy just through the breathing. And it's a very amazing practice that I've had a good 20 plus years of access and practice with, that I feel like it's just so valuable. So I hope you get some benefit too. All right. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Namaste. Or evening, or whatever time of day it is for you.